Hello, everyone. Welcome back to We Know What You Like. I'm Lucia, and today we are watching Bleach 1,000 Year Blood War Arc, Episode 15, Core 2, The Separation, Season 2, Episode 15. This one is called Peace from Shadows. It came out an hour ago, but you won't see my reaction to it until Tuesday. Today's Saturday, but it's fine because you get episodes 14 and 15 today because I personally was late to it because I want to watch the show as it's airing. Of course, if things get in the way, they'll get in the way, like life. But this you'll get both of them. Anywho, yeah. So we're watching this episode because I already watched the last episode last night, and Uryu has taken the blood oath. He's going to get some power. Each goes in super mode training to become higher than a Shinigami. He's going to level up. Tatsuki, Keigo, and the other friend, I always forget his name, Muchiro? No, I don't remember. They got hall passes to go to the Soul Society, which is pretty cool. And I figured out last episode that I must have years ago, over 15 years ago, read Bleach, watched Bleach, and then I must have stopped reading the manga because everything that happened last episode, I don't remember at all. So, and then I must have picked it back up again when it was closer to ending because I remember how it ends. I remember things of how it ends. So that's what I'm assuming would happen, which, it happens. Yeah, I guess I must have not finished it. But actually, that makes it more fun if I don't remember anything, or at least, this parts, it makes it more fun. But we have our Soul Society people, our Soul Reapers, needing to level up. Byakuya is all good. He took a bath, basically. But we also have the Seirete getting, enveloped and then getting wiped out. Because in 900 years and 90 days and 9 years and 90 days and 9 whatever, the world will end in 9 days and Soul Reapers will be donezo by the Quincy's, who they fucked with 1,000 years ago. But without Soul Reapers, wouldn't there be an unbalance once more? Isn't that always been the thing? How there's been an unbalance, Soul Reapers, they recycle the souls and all that shit. And then with Quincy's, they just them, So I would imagine with no more Soul Reapers, there might be an odd thing. Also, an odd thing, but still a good thing. Last episode, Orihime was talking about how, look at us, we're in Wakamundo and it's all peaceful. And, talking about all this and that. And you know what? Also, we saw our visors last episode. Because, imagine if none of this would have happened. In a perfect world, everyone would be, they would be, dabbing it out and be cool and everything. And if it wasn't for Ichigo, none of this would have happened, guys. I also was talking about in the last episode, or at least the end outro part, I couldn't remember exactly how Ichigo, with the full bring powers, and how those, does he still have his visor's ability? Because the hollow part of him was he got I think black or white, I forget what color. They got him from his mom. I think it was white. Got him from his mom because that it was inputted that way. But I was like, does he still have his visor powers? Because he's still a Soul Reaper. I can't remember. And I suggested maybe to myself to reread those chapters of the Full Bring with the other substitute Soul Reaper guy. What was his name? Genjo? I don't remember. But maybe not. I haven't decided really. Or put in the comments how exactly you got those powers back. Or maybe I'll just research on my own. I don't remember. But yeah, that's pretty much happened last episode. Kisuke's and yeah. Anyways, obviously we're not ahead on Patreon, but on Patreon is the uncut of this episode. So if you want to go watch it, cool. If not, cool. Pin comment for the link for the uncut. Also pinned comment for the link for the highlight section of this episode. Okay. Anyways, yeah, let's get started right now. Okay, so now I can finish talking now. What was I even saying? I was talking about Kisuke Urahara. Um, I feel like obviously we've said this before. Like the Soul Reapers were very complacent, and I thought that before. Like, how are you gonna let a newcomer Ichigo Kurosaki? And I'm talking about like years ago, episodes ago, like when you first came in, come through and get Bankai. And I know obviously he's not necessarily the chosen one, but he's like a chosen one because he's like the main character and he's got all this extra stuff. But like, how are you gonna let that guy go in there, get trained by Kisuke, by Yoruichi in the hyperbolic time tunnel mountain? You know what I'm talking about. Get Bankai, be a Visor, and none of those other captains and Soul Reapers are gonna level up to even be at his degree. That's on y'all. That's complacency, let's be honest. And Yamamoto, I know you dead, but you dead because you complacent. You dug all that shit, like, oh, I'm gonna banish you, you're now an enemy, blah blah blah. You lost an arm, my guy. You're supposed to be the biggest, baddest motherfucker. And then you lost your body. You lost your body and then your life. I don't remember what Kisuke does in order to get their Bankais back. Maybe they need to like die by the hands of the person who took them. I don't know. But that one dude, the one blonde guy, he's like, well, maybe if you would have perfected it a little bit and shared it with the other Soul Reapers, this could have been a chance. And then now it's like, but also like, when would she have given that opportunity to do that? I mean, I guess it was like 3 days after or some shit. Or 2 days. I don't know how many days after. Was it not 9 days, that they came back, but when would she have had the chance? But also, I'm just gonna be honest, Kuraku looks hella good in the head captain. Has nothing to do with this episode, but I'm just saying. But also Toshido, I like Toshido and Matsumoto's teaming up to try and, do something for it, but like, obviously it's not enough. Like, and then them being and Bosby, whatever his name is, being trapped in ice and not doing absolutely nothing. Like I said in the reaction, it reminded me of Rukia and Grimchow. Like, bro, you're outclassed right now. I'm not saying Toshido would have been outclassed prior to him getting his power stolen, because they also had, that was their trump card. One, they came in unawares. The Quincy's came out of the shadows because they were always there. But even prior to this, the Quincy invasion or whatever, the Quincy revenge, Toshido, it was slacking, and obviously he's much younger than all the other captains, and so he hasn't had that much time to practice. But obviously, but he's still a prodigy, and I know he's gonna learn. But strictly speaking, he was getting. It's like, all right, how many times are you gonna show the same thing? And he even mentioned it, like, all the captains, his Shikai and his Bankai don't have that much of a difference. And obviously, we know from Yakuya, like, you have to have a lot of time to perfect your different techniques with your Bankai and stuff like that, obviously. But I'm glad he's actually seen this. I'm glad Byakuya's seen this. I'm glad they're realizing, like, fuck, I'm weak as shit. And Ichigo's going further into learning how to be more than a Soul Reaper. Yeah. Not much else to say. It was a good episode, though. I like seeing my characters that I like get humbled, because I want them to get better. Alright, I'll see y'all next time, though, but bye for now.